Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Territorialio. We are spawning here in Australia on this 127 player world map. We are going against the PL clan. I think they have like 10 people in this game. So we're going to see what we can do spawning here in Australia. I picked this spawn because it's a little bit off the beaten path and I just don't want to deal with anyone early and hopefully get snowball from there. So we're going to see what we can do. Basically with our start, we already see all men up here who is not being smart with their opening. They're basically just doing like Osmanli style type of stuff. We're going to try to ally Pickle here, and we're going to do some early game punish, I think, on all men, just because we know long term we're always going to be fighting this guy. So given that someone else isn't going to necessarily take them out, we are going to do that work early so we don't have a problem later. So we got them. I don't even know what that was. So that is good on our front. And it looks like we're already in the top 10, which is good. So we're gonna clean up our zone really quickly. Unfortunately, this Corgi guy is here too, which just means we're probably gonna get a little bit more land. And it's very likely, well, I'm not sure that the Corgi dude's gonna survive. I don't know yet. I think that potentially our alliance with Pickle can help us out. And we're gonna start looking at the Antarctica prospects. We're gonna send a boat down here, basically just starting to go for pivot points, thinking about next stages of the game. We do see a bot, so Antarctica looks really, really good. And just overall map dynamics, we're gonna start doing some boats up here, basically go for this kind of pivot point here. I'm not sure where that is. I don't know if that's Okinawa or Okinawa's like further south or even smaller. It might not be on this map. So we're gonna go down this way. So this bot right here is always going to lose. And we do see, what is this? Is this a, okay, they survived, so that's preposterous. Goodbye, goodbye. So we're gonna tell this Corgi person to keep on fighting. We are going to help them out, but we're just going to chill for right now. We are getting up this way, but we do see a boat coming in that direction, and we don't want that to block and intercept us. And we're actually going to bank on another boat because it actually looks like this person might be heading up here towards this red bot. In terms of overall map stuff, we already see that things are looking very heavily in Black's favor. We're gonna monitor that. And our goal is if we can get down here, and we're gonna send a backup boat just because of how long this takes. This could be absolutely like a disaster if we do not get through here. So we're gonna send that down there. And our game plan is going to hit Alexander as soon as we land. And it looks like Alexander is not paying attention. So this is great for us. And we do need to work on Black. And we're actually even going to start sending a boat over here because we need to start getting this stuff rolling if we are going to have a chance. And we will put this right here just as a backup. And it looks like we got through there. I think we're going to basically have to trust this guy right here, essentially because I'm just concerned over if I can fight him and basically snowball the rest of this game. So we're going to basically throw out the heart. We're going to copy what they're doing. I don't think we're going to go for Asia right now. I think sweeping down through Antarctica is going to be our play. I don't think this is the situation where we can cut off like the most of our body in Australia. Like I think that's too much land to effectively sack. So this is going to have to be a divide and conquer game is how I'm looking at it. We do see over here someone else. So I think we might actually consider leaving a bit of France, just depending on how things look, and going from there. Because getting up into Africa would be ideal. So we're gonna stop there, and we're going to basically start going onto this front, using this boat that we snuck over here. I don't know if our boats are necessarily going to make it, but at this point in time, is that Barty? Oh, Barty's in this game. I forgot that he does play PL. That is, that's actually really funny. So we're going to go right here. We're gonna cancel that first boat and actually head up into this part of the map. So that makes sense to me. We're going to, I think actually, we might even hit this PL guy just because of, I think they're actually really low density, which is unfortunate for them. So that's fun seeing Barty in this game. Unfortunately, it looks like things are not working out for him as far as stuff starting out. I just need to make sure that I'm not getting hit by anything super dumb. And I think if I go right here, this should be good. And we do need to work with GR, but I also am gonna kind of hedge my bets just a little bit on some of these other parts of the map. Basically just thinking like, maybe I can get into a different area of the map and kind of use my leverage of having this guy in between us. So let's go right here. I'm gonna go for this. I'm not gonna betray Pickle because they have been our friend at this point in time. So let's do another boat just to try to conserve troops. We want to have most of our troops out. And I know this is basically going to be hitting into like super red interest person, which isn't great, but I'm just trying to think about kind of overall map dynamics and what we potentially need to do. So I'm essentially just kind of hoping that the GR person can work as a buffer state for us. And we're going to start sending out our boats to try to go up this way. And I hope that GR is not basically going to betray us yet, because with 49% occupation, things aren't looking too great at this point in time. And the PL person is attacking us. So we just got to make sure that we're kind of doing what we see here effective, that we sweep down here through South America, and that should be good. We are going to keep our allies with the pickle guy, because I think that makes sense. It looks like we got boated by someone, but I'm not that worried. I'm gonna chill for right now, and now I'm gonna go up through here and basically try to go through all of South America. Unfortunately, I think, so this border from the PL guy is actually pretty good. I'm not too concerned if that basically gets taken out. So I'm going to continue to work on this front. And my hope is that I can kind of stay away from Braza over there, who is probably taking the punches. And I think getting over on this front is good, because this is a lot of dead weight. Like, one of the things you can think about with the high black occupation percentage is it's not necessarily all that efficient. And given that Corgi and this PL person are probably just heading that way, I think I can probably just kind of push this PL here and kind of work on that front. That I don't know if they've hidden any boats up here in kind of Central America. And unfortunately, oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry, Bad. I'm sorry, Pickle. We really appreciate you letting us play this game and having an opportunity. Braza, unfortunately, looks like they are going to go down. So we need to start making our move for this next stage of the game, because I'm guessing that the PL person who's getting all that land is going to be totally fed, and we want to start having some different kind of options here. And I think fighting them in North America is going to be our play, and we're going to go through here. So potentially some of our slow play might not have been good, but I think it's going to be all right for right now. So we're going to hit this, we're going to hit that. I'm basically just thinking here if I have enough to kind of brute force this game, because that can be one of the challenges in games like this, that sometimes I can be a little too basically finesse when I actually already have enough. And I think that is the case with 56% occupation. Even with the Corgi guy in here, I think this does still look good for me, because I can just push him out of North America. I've kind of swept around, things have made sense. Who is player 58853? I don't know who that is. They might just be boats at this point. So yeah, I guess that is GG to the PL player. So we're going to clean up the rest of this and then jump into our next game. All right, for our second game, we are dropping in here in this 139 player free-for-all game here on World. We're spawning in Russia. Unfortunately, we're right next to this German guy. So let's pull out the Germany flag if we can get it on the next cycle. Hopefully he can see flags. And we're gonna send this guy a heart because we really don't want to be attacked. So that is great. So hopefully that is a misspelled Germany and not something else. So all these people are being crazy here. I don't know what this is. You know, I actually do have an idea. I think I might be to blame for some of this insanity, essentially because I made some videos when the Osmanli era of Territorialio, which was for like a month, where basically you could just spam attacks and get like these ridiculous openings, was normal. And some people are still watching them. So I hope I'm not contributing to this kind of Turkish style of gameplay, which is not really the best. So in terms of these free-for-all games, well, actually, I shouldn't have done that attack right there. We just kind of want to chill at the start, build up troops, and basically hope that some of the dominoes around us fall. So we already see some people. Okay, so that's not great. We have a bot here, and it's only going to attack us. Like, there is no reality where it attacks anyone else, except if someone else leaves. So we're probably just going to have to tank that and just live with the consequences this game. That is very much unfortunate, but it is what it is. That is the new updated balance of TT. You know, if the creator watches this, I would actually really appreciate these bots going back to how they were before. It just kind of like, it seems really troll. Like, it doesn't seem like it's contributing anything to the game. The fact that this guy leaves, and I have done an effective job and everyone around me did a terrible job and it's going to attack me. It's just kind of like nerfing me and I don't really love it. So we're just gonna chill, build up to cap. We got full send here and I don't think we can do anything until we take out this bot. And just for like context, it is essentially going to probably sack like 100k troops for me, which is so preposterous. Oh man. Territorial was a funny game, and now we have Crown. That totally makes sense. So maybe they are trying to nerf me. Let me know what you think in the comments if they should keep those bots how they are. I might even try to sneak Australia at this point in time. I'm gonna go and take that right there and kind of boat out. I don't think I want to go for Germany at this point in time, just because I think they're kind of like a loose cannon, that I think they're the type of player that they get attacked and it's like, quick, hit the other person with 80%. So we're gonna send a boat down here to Guam. Fun fact, that's Guam. And did we get attacked? We got attacked by someone. I don't know who that was. All right, so we're basically just cleaning up our backyard. I think that's gonna be our step right at this point in time. So we're gonna clean that up. We probably could have gone for full send in this other guy here, and we're simultaneously getting some boats down here to Australia, basically just kind of prepping for some other opportunities. And pushing into this guy on basically like probably the most red interest there is, probably isn't super smart. He does full send, weirdly enough, so that's not super smart. And we're going to try to take some of this other land right here. And I'm just thinking if we are kind of concerned about swarm dynamics at this point in time, we do have our boat here. We're gonna put another one just so it's a little more hidden. And I think we're going to bank up some troops in this, and we're just gonna hit this, because I think this should kind of work out. This isn't as much of a threat. And I know that relative kind of power balance and just the borders really favor this Kopek kick, but I think I can get away with this for some reason. I don't know. Maybe that isn't the smartest play, but it is kind of my choice here. And now I'm debating, is it a make sense call to go for my zone, or should I try to basically train wreck Australia? And I think I'm gonna go for the train wreck Australia. So we're gonna send out a boat here and we're gonna just try to hit this guy and take out Papua New Guinea right now. See if we can get this. Unfortunately, we do see the Kopacek guy going down into Australia. So full send could be really bad at this point, but we're going to keep on working and see if we can get this. This might not be the best call at this point in time, just because of the borders of Kopacek. Okay, so we do have full send here, and I think we probably are going to have to hit him, just given how much of Australia he is mopping up right here. So we had a pretty good chain. Let's hit one more time, and he is still going into people. This is basically going to be a question whether or not full send decides to go back against us. And it looks like full send is gonna help us out. So that is very nice on their part. It probably isn't the best decision, and we do see Israel coming down here. We're sorry about it. We're sorry. You got so much of that land that it was too much of a risk. So essentially, I'm imagining we're going to get full send, and that is dangerous. We do want to kick out Israel here, just because I think they're dangerous, but we actually probably don't, because they're bordering someone who's a lot stronger. All right, so we did get full send from Kopek, or whatever his name is, and Israel is going to be coming in here. I'm not sure if it totally makes sense. I'm just thinking, does it make sense to kick him off here? I think the risk is kind of like, I don't think it's that high, but we're gonna kick him right out of there. And unfortunately, here's the issue with this kind of point in the game. Even though they've been our friend, they essentially are standing right in our way of kind of next opportunities. So we're gonna do this, and unfortunately, full send, this is going to have to be goodbye. We just don't have any other options. There's no way around it. We would have loved to kind of partner and collaborate, but I just don't think it's on the cards. And it is kind of sad. That is how Territorial is in a lot of games. Like, I want to try to be honorable with other people, but it's just tough in like situations like this. And we actually see like the crown is collapsing, which I'm not sure if that's good or bad. That actually is pretty bad. The other guy doesn't have that many troops. And is this guy trying to boat back here? I don't like that really at all. And we need to start prepping for like kind of next stages of the game, just because we do not want a boat right here. We really do not. So we need to go for this, and we're going to have to basically ally with some of these people around us. So that looks good. And basically that's good. And hope that some of these people can buy us time. Yeah, the problem with Israel down there is we just don't want to have a border with them. We don't want to risk essentially anything on that front. And yeah, so we already see basically kind of the spells of doom in this game, that we are on a really big timer, that we got to be efficient, that we have some better prospects, and potentially we can get some time if these other players help buy us it with their defense. So we already see people coming over. We do need to work this way. And we're going to work on people who essentially do not have a border, or they're farther away from the crown. That is our play at this point. And I'm wondering if we might even need to move faster, because it is going to be a big, big challenge. And yeah, this guy right here, I might even need to hit him just sooner, because we already see the issues. We already see the issues of what's going on at this point in the game. It is really, really bad. And this guy has a huge amount of troops. And I think we do just need to go in here and try to hit him, because that is really all that we can do at this point in time. So we do get full send there, and the guy is not being smart. He is going for the other players, and we need to hope that we get some collaboration here. So we just sent in a big attack. He is way below his density, and now is the time to strike. So this is good. Let's throw up the resist sign and see if we can do something this game. So he is pushing back. I don't think this guy is the smartest. That was probably a little bit too big of an attack, but it might have been good with the boat attacks that we see coming on in. So we're going to keep on pushing. We're gonna be solid, and effectively, if this guy is inefficient, we might have a shot. We might have a shot. He sent out a boat. We got a little bit of an attack in that gap. He doesn't know that boats aren't as efficient. So that's good. He's trying to push in, and we might very well have a shot this game. Israel is attacking us, but we cannot focus on that. We will kick them off if we can get Africa, but we just have to focus on the crown at this point. So it's getting very close, and we just kind of need to keep on focusing on the crown. We're gonna see if Terra di Otranto, they might be, I think that could be Italian. So let's just pull up Italy flag really quick. Israel really probably didn't like us kicking off those small number of boats there, or taking those small number of islands. And I think given that this guy is basically not managing the game well, that I think we should have an opportunity here. So this looks really good. Let's kick this off. That is good on that front. So I think we do have the game in our hands. So I'm gonna start banking some troops in these boats. I don't think we got good enough prospects at this point in time. So we need to try to start sending some boats over and basically getting to these other parts of the map. I am not going to betray this guy. This guy, Terra di Otranto, deserves like a freaking medal for what they've done. And I'm going to do one quick thing to try to help them out, just because I'm concerned about basically them getting back into the game. So they are going to survive this game. This is good. We're going to do this. That should help block them off. And now we're basically right on the front lines, which is good. We've gotten through here. That makes sense. We're gonna see, is this guy doing boat defense? He is trying to do boat defense, but is he paying enough attention? He probably is not. He missed that one boat there, and we get across. So that is good. That is good game. That is why you manage end games with basically being solid. This guy deserves tons of props. Great job to him. Israel is full sending us, does not matter. We push back through that. We win these games. And that is 2 100-player games on World. That's not bad, right? That's not bad. So if you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you all in the next one.